Hi everyone, I'm Matt Jemmett, and today on Played in Canada, I'm showcasing the Sorghum Fuzz from Lurch Audio out of Hamilton, Ontario. Mitch Bullock is the man behind Lurch Audio, who has joined the pedal building scene over the last year or two. He's recently put together two fuzz pedals that are something many fuzz enthusiasts like myself want to get their hands on. One is the 12 grain, the other one is the Sorghum. For Sorghum, you have 5 controls that all interact with each other, as you'll see in the video. We'll start from the top and go to the bottom of the pedal. The B is for bias, and turning it clockwise adds harmonics, and as Mitch from Lurch Audio says, glitchy thickness. That's with 2 C's. The bias can be subtle depending on where the other controls are at. The C is for character. Turning it clockwise adds synthy gain. G is for gain, which is just for regular gain. The V is for the overall volume of the pedal, which you'll see in the video is not a set it and forget it sort of thing. Because as you add gain from the other knobs, the volume increases considerably, so you're either turning it up or down depending on your settings. The last control is the T or tone control, and this is interesting because it's often a shaping tool after the signal has passed through the rest of the circuit. In this instance, for the Sorghum, it is a bass cut, and it happens before the gain stages of the pedal. Before we get to the Sorghum Fuzz, thank you to those of you who have already subscribed to the channel. Every video like and comment and channel subscription fuels me to continue doing what I'm doing. Now, let's get to this badass fuzz pedal. It also greatly increases the volume when turned up, so you'll want to keep your hand by the volume control while playing with this particular setting. No glitchiness yet with the settings how they are, but trust me, it'll get there. You'll see that throughout this video I've been playing with the volume control quite a lot. As I mentioned previously, it's the kind of control where you're going to have to keep an eye on it depending on what kind of settings you're going to, mostly because 3 of your controls, your gain control, your bass cut control, and your character control, all really give or take away volume. So if you don't want to blow your ears off, you have to have your hand really close to that volume control. The unique tone control was at noon, which means I was already cutting bass out of the signal. Now this was important though, because the amount of bass plays into what happens with the bias and character controls. Meaning if I had not cut out any of the bass, on some of those more extreme settings where I was kind of giving you an example of where the character and the bias controls could go, you might have gotten into some glitchy, self-oscillating territory that we weren't just yet ready to go to. No. You save that for later. It's still very 8-bit, but the fuzz is shining through and we get some glitchy octaves, ghost notes, undertones, harmonics, all sort of dancing and working in unison to create a wonderfully chaotic fuzz. The Sorghum is definitely for someone who doesn't mind a noisy pedal. There are many workable and playable sounds that can be found, but it is a pedal that you must explore and experiment with. In that sense, it kind of reminded me of playing with a Fuzz Factory. It doesn't get as out there or as crazy as the Fuzz Factory, but it can self-oscillate and it has background noise and glitchy octaves depending on what you have the settings at. Well, folks, that was the Sorghum Fuzz from Lurch Audio, made in Canada, played in Canada. Want something fuzzy and new? Go check out Lurch Audio and the effects they've got. I've put the links in the description below that'll lead you to their website and social media sites. This is also a good place to go and check out more of that self-oscillating stuff that the Sorghum is capable of. Mitch does a really good job of showing off his own pedals, of course. If you liked today's video, consider giving it a thumbs up. To see future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when I'm showcasing another piece of Canadian gear. You can also find me sharing behind-the-scenes things on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Played in Canada. But for now, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Matt Jemmett, and this has been Played in Canada.